It's Tuesday, you know what that means. More Xenoblade goodness. Hey everyone, welcome back to more Xenoblade through news drip drops. Name still pending. It's still bad. Anyway, we have some new updates both on what you can expect in the game, as well as new insight, at least little sneak peeks into not only the game itself, but for one of the first time in these little drip feeds, insight on the Western cast of the game. So let's get into it right now. These two clips are courtesy of Nintendo of America, and they are verbatim. Healers in Xenoblade Chronicles 3 can restore the HP of their allies, strengthen their attacks or defense, and even get party members who fall in battle back on their feet. Without a healer, party members who were consistent lose HP to enemy attacks, so they're pretty important. Your bog standard JRPG jargon. However, this clip not only depicts what we pretty much already seen in previous clips, however, the audio is a little bit different. So, we'll just let it play out and let you take it in. So, first off, for your obvious hearing aids, we have one of the first indices of the Western cast in battle formats. So, you know, it's typical stuff. It is just nice to hear the deliveries of all of the Western cast members.
And like Xenoblade games in tradition, you can't hear a single thing over the music and the many different people talking over each other.
And with the UI, I'm going to assume some people are going to have indices in which these things like evasion up or attack up are going to get blocked by the UI. But hey, that's their problem. I have no problem with that at all. However, another clever here is that the break, topple, and daze mechanics are a little bit more in your face, shall we say.
Yeah.
So that is a nice little thing to note, that you get to see what you're doing, as well as the characters verbally saying what their attacks are, and all that jazz. But now you get a more obvious thing on how they're affected. Although it is weird to see, and this might just be because they are fighting different monsters, but I'm not seeing a break or topple gauge on top of here, but I am assuming it's because of different targets. So, with that clear by the way, let's go on to another clip. Again, as courtesy of Nintendo of America, so let's say it verbatim. Xenoblade Chronicles 3, defenders excel at blocking and dodging. In battle, they draw the enemy's attention, making sure the both never reach their allies. Attackers and healers tend to get themselves targeted by enemies, but can't take the heat. Again, bog standard thing you expect from a JRPG, but just like the last clip, this has English cast members, as well as a few little lines that veteran Xenoblade members would remember. So, one of the first times in which we're seeing Lance being a playable character, and he seems to definitely attack a lot slower than what I personally am used to. So, but again though, tanks, heavy boys, as what's to be expected. And if you listen carefully, Noah did say, "You're a lifesaver." If it's anything like Xenoblade, the tank is normally a lifesaver.
Yeah, and also at the very end, you didn't disappoint. That sounds a lot like Pyra, even though I know it isn't.
Oh, what, do you think there's a connection? Whether it's intentional or just localizers picking random lines, it is going to be hard not to draw comparisons to the previous Xenoblade games.
Well, it's just a voice actress that sounds like Pyra.
Oh, what do you think, that's Sky Bennett?
It probably isn't, but it really sounds like it to me.
You know what? They brought Adam Howden back. They brought Jenna Coleman back, aka characters from the first Xenoblade game. I honestly can't see a reason why they can't bring some other voice cast members from 2 back. So, you never know. And of course we know that Jenna Coleman and we know that Nia is back, but voice cast is kind of up in the air right now.
Yeah.
However though, I would want to draw to one more thing really quick. Notice the two clips are from this Lands clip. What are you not seeing? You're not seeing the UI at all. I don't know whether this is because it's been zoomed in, so it's kind of out of the way, or just like Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, what if there is a way in which you can just turn off everything entirely?
I'm sure a lot of people would appreciate that.
And for me, I kind of would like that too. It definitely would make things a little less cluttered, and if it's an option, I'd say why not have it in the game?
More than likely, it's probably just a dev thing.
Maybe. But for me, I do not see a problem with having as many options as the game can possibly have. Even if it's like FOV sliders, quality, resolution options, I'm all for it. That is the end of the British clips, but now let's get into more characters. Like I said, we need a hero with someone who's fresh from the fight, and we get another insight into another member of the hero class in terms of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And this is again from Nintendo of Europe with a little smattering of Monolith Japan. So let's get into it right now. Isurd is a seasoned tactician and commander of the Agnes colony Lambda. Once a former mentor to Taeon, take him under his wing to train him as a tactician. Isurd now greets his former ally as an enemy. Already, intrigue, character background, as well as relations to the main cast. And as we have seen in previous clips from trailers, he is someone who you can recruit. At least I think so.
Probably just the 7th party member.
Yeah, and this is a correction from our last video, in which it was sort of a fault in our interpretation, as well as a kind of a vague translation. Like the Nopon, if you can do enough for them, then they might actually join you as a possible mainstay in your party. So, again, it gives you options, and hey, the more we learn about these characters, the more I'm gonna love. And again, this is from Monolith Japan, and it's the same guy, so I'll speak to it as verbatim. He's a military chief and strategist of Agnes Colony Lambda. He has a straightforward personality and has a lot of trust from his subordinates, but he can't forget about a certain event in the past, and he seems to feel guilty about it. Again, probably not the best description a Google Translate can give, but still though, we're not here to get into the nitty-gritty on what translations are or what they shouldn't be. We are just saying what we see on screen, because I feel like if we dive in too much, then it kind of spoils everything almost.
I do feel like I prefer his Japanese name.
Which is what? Isurugi?
Yeah. It's much better than Isurd, or Isurd, or whatever.
Isurd!
Yeah, I prefer Isurugi.
Isurugi. I mean, that's the same thing with, oh god. Yeah, I can't remember the guy's name, but it's Kamaravi. Yeah, because his English name is Smoldering Kamaravi. But his Japanese nickname is the Crimson Lotus.
Yeah.
That sounds infinitely cooler.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, guess what? I'm smoldering. That makes me feel like I'm a big, burly, hot guy. But Crimson Lotus, it just makes you sound cool.
Sounds like a badass samurai.
And you know what? I think that's what they are depicting of him.
Yeah, in some ways I wish Monolith did what Atlas did and kept some of the Japanese translations.
But please, don't ever happen. And one final thing on Isurugi. I'm just going to say it now because damn it. There is a slight citation here in its Monolith of Japan right. There was an error in the character name posted earlier. We apologize for the inconvenience and will post again. At the time of recording, aka 1:30 PM GMT, no updates have been made at the time of recording. If there is, it'll most likely be updated in the next video we do, should they make another update. But until then, we have our name, we have our ties to the main cast, slight background, and there's a little bit of personality. Can't argue with that. And that's going to be it for everything that we know about Xenoblade Chronicles 3. But you know what? When the option is available to us, and this is one of those times, we want to give a small mention to things to look forward to regarding Xenoblade 3. And this is one of those times, and it is courtesy of one of Xenoblade Chronicles 3's composers. This is Manami Kiyota. Most JRPG fans would know of her music, both in Xenoblade and in numerous other franchises. But it's a little thing here in which he says, hey, she's taking photos from the studio in which she worked on and recorded Xenoblade 3, and for anyone who doesn't know, she wrote a lot about her work and her recording experience during the Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. When writing and remastering the soundtrack and just getting a feel and just, experience the whole thing. And hopefully we'll get to see a little bit more of that with Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And for me, I'm looking forward to this because this is a whole new soundtrack, something we have not heard before.
Yeah.
So it is going to be intriguing to know what context of the game is going to have with the soundtrack and its creation and the inspiration behind it and the work process, but also just recording in general. I am a sucker for music. I'm a musician myself, and I kind of just have a affinity for how music's made.
Yeah.
But I don't know, that's just me. So again, nothing groundbreaking, but it is something to look forward to should you like that sort of thing. Thank you, Manami Kiyota, and thank you for all of the sources that have helped us with this particular video. But yeah guys, that is going to be it for today's Xenoblade Chronicles update. And as always, when more comes out tomorrow or during the weekdays or whenever there's new screenshots, new clips, new trailers, or even little smitterings of music here, we will be here to talk about it, cover it, analyze it, and well, present it to you guys. So, if you like that, please be sure to like the video, and for stay up to update with anything Xenoblade Chronicles 3 updates, relations, or anything like that, then please do be sure to subscribe to the channel. And while I'm at it, thank you very much for anyone watching these strings of videos. The love has been amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you very much for watching. Whether it's been a minute or through up until the video ends, we appreciate you all the same. Thank you very much for watching two Xenoblade fans talk about stuff. But on that good feel, guys, hope you guys have a good day, good night, good afternoon, or wherever you are in the world, and we'll see you most likely tomorrow for more Xenoblade goodness. Hopefully. Hopefully I haven't jinxed myself. Either way, bye!